Oh, hello, and welcome to my lab. I am Toret, your local math scientist, and today I have a mystery for you. It's called the Forgotten City, and all I know is there's a city, and there's some time shenanigans. So I got very interested in this, just because of the time shenanigans, and it looked really cool. So that's what we're gonna play today. Doop. Wow. All right. Well, first I'm gonna read what's slightly behind my head here. Basically, there's spoilers. Yes. I mean, if you're watching this, there's spoilers. But it's an experience that you can enjoy yourself. So if, like, the start of the game gives you enough, I don't know, I don't know how to say it. If it makes you want to play the game, you are authorized to stop the stream and go play the game. I won't stop you. All right. I'm just gonna make a new game and see what it is. A core team of 3 people over 4 years. Oh boy. And multiple endings. Nope.
Hey,
What is that surprise face?
when I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
I am nobody. Body type. Oh, what? Well, that's interesting. I think I'll take this one. I don't know what it really changes, but yeah. Skin tone. I'll take this one. Doom.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Interesting. Can either be an archaeologist, a soldier, a fugitive, or an amnesiac. Okay. Years of studying history give you occasional insight into the ancient world. Okay. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. Ah. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Or your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Ah, that's a good one. I think I'll be either fugitive or amnesiac. I'll take amnesiac. I mean, that.
It does look like you took a pretty hard blow to the head. You're just lucky you've been given a second chance. Which is why I feel terrible for what I'm about to say, but I have a favor to ask.
Yeah.
There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Mind if I ask some questions first?
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Well, what's your story? I told you mine.
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Not even going to tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What? Why? Why don't you want to tell me?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Karen? Okay. All those Karen memes have really written that name, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
So, who is Al
He's
then?
the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Okay, where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
In Italy? Can you tell me about the ruins then?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Huh. Really?
Great.
That's all
So
the
you're ready to go look for
questions.
Al?
Alright, I mean...
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
A flashlight. Ooh. Yay. Right. Oh. Okay, I will need to adjust that. Hmm. Da, 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 da. 24. I think I need to slightly reduce the anti-aliasing. Apply change. Yep. Oh, that's far better. Alright. I was asleep on this not long ago. It smells of campfire smoke and sweat. That's... What is that? Is that a fish? Hmm.
Back already? What's up?
No,
Thanks
I'll be
again.
going now.
And please, hurry.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't do anything. Ooh. Hmm. Rusted metal torch, which must have been lit by arm. I'm going the right way. Alright. Ooh. That's a nice place. Why would I want to sprint? I'm just taking it in. Very interesting.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost,
What?
except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain.
Whoa,
For
way.
this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an
What
hour,
is going on
I'm
here?
somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning.
Or a
Alworth.
warning. Is that a golden carafe fixed permanently in place? The Latin plague, which reads, "You who wish to enter the city." Oh, that's literally what he said. Okay. An ancient Roman statue of an unknown man in an inscrutable pose. One hand seems to welcome and the other warns. Alright. I think I have to go down. Alright, I'll go into your pit of doom, I guess. Whee! Ow. A very big pool. Is there anything around here? Doesn't seem so. They're making weird sounds. The statues are looking at me. Okay. Okay. What? The Latin plaque which given its position seems important. If only I could read Latin. Yeah, that would be useful. Since I think they are speaking to me in Latin. I think. Oh boy. What happened? A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? That's a good question. Probably something bad. They are still looking at me. Okay. Oop. That was a loading. Hmm. Quick save and quick load? Really? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, there's a quick save. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something, yeah. Roman legionary in a state of terror. Was there something like here? Because he's scared and he is looking that way being scared. So there was something here, I think. Or around here. On here, maybe? I don't know. Ta-da. Whatever it is, this place is nice. What is he looking at? Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. Hmm. Ooh, something over there. Well, that's... Huh? A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible? Yeah, what? Huh? Oh, stone tablet. I didn't see it.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did.
What?
I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
What if I just go back? Oh wait, I can't go back. I can't go back. I will have to climb the big falling thing. The big hole. And I can't. I don't think I can. Oh well. Let's find the door to the past then. A young Roman woman in state of panic. Panic. Roman man on his knees as if begging his gods for mercy. Yep, that's definitely a portal. The remains of a human. Whoever it was died a long time ago. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I feel like everyone turned into gold here. Except that guy. Oh. That means this guy died before everyone turned to gold. Which is probably not good. Empty lighter. Must be what Al used to light all of these torches. Oh, alright. Well, let's go. Hey, it's not Stargate. Yeah, I know I can hold shift to sprint, you don't need to say it. And tab to check your quest and inventory. It's logging. Guess that's a pretty big loading. What? Ooh. To see the An ancient Roman coin made of silver. Flashlight and the stone tablet. Alright. Ooh. Roman relief? Relief? I don't know how to say that in English. Depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. Two women. Ba-down. Oh wow. There's someone over there. Hi.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
The what? The Shrine of Proserpina?
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you?
Nah.
Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
Fuck, that didn't work. Do I tell the truth or do I lie? Because I don't care about the speaking English part. I do not care. Yeah, I'll just say I'm from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's alright, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Thanks, I guess.
But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you.
Yes, please.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific.
Ooh.
But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Alright, lead the way.
Follow me.
I guess I need to learn.
I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now.
What's
Only
up there is
23 of us at the
bothering
moment,
me?
if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Why is there...
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Uh-huh. Wait, can I talk to you a little bit? Aurelia looks busy. I should try talking to her again later, alright?
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say.
Okay.
Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. However, this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Oh my god.
Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this...
Alright, I think I need to do something. Let me see if disabling this will improve things.
Central Plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a
Not that
warm
much.
welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the village.
Not trudging dirt into the village. No, the vertical sync was good. I just need to, I think, just... Put it in high, because it was on epic. Ew.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that?
Don't let them
What did
use
you
you?
say?
What?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
Farm boy.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright,
Follow
the
me.
way.
The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain
Ooh.
it this way.
Interesting.
When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough
Decimation.
justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
I did not see those stairs, alright. Ooh. Hello, fancy. Hello.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I am turret?
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
Not gonna
More
lie.
importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
I can't say I have.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment, like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule.
Very
It's
fitting of a
extraordinary
name.
that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know
Wait,
that's a
how
lot to
does he
take
know
in, but
this?
You look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
How do you know this? Oh my god, that's a lot of questions. So, what counts as a sin?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery,
Trying to escape?
infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Oh my god, that's a big response. This guy is in the menu of barbaric where I'm from. Interesting. I don't think I should say that. I just say makes sense to me.
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Okay, so what did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time.
Yes, I do. No. Okay, you're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
You'd all been turned into gold statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
So, how does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly.
Oh.
The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Oh, that's the human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Well, I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As
Good
for
point.
me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Another good point. This guy is really nice. Yeah, no. Why can we understand each other? I don't speak Latin.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here? How strange. But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
Awesome.
Indeed.
If I do this, will you help get me back to my own
If I
time?
understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created
Oh,
a
little
paradox.
paradox. Hey.
If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Sure, why not? That's all the questions.
So, are you with me? Can I count on
Create
you
a
to figure
time
out who's
paradox.
about to break the Golden Rule?
It doesn't seem like I have much choice.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Good point, I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it will win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit
Alright.
is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Immediately, alright.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's
Wailing?
not right.
Ooh, I see. Why not? I'll get right to it. Okay. Well, first I'll inspect this place, because even if he's nice, I still have to investigate him. Summary. Centilla expresses gratitude to Sentius for adopting her. Oh. Well, that's a nice lead. Yeah. Okay. That's another lead. And nothing else here. Oof. Right.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Barbarians? What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and
God.
impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Maybe because you're about to break the golden rule and put everyone into a certain doom. So what do you think about that golden rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Sister go missing? Okay. Maybe it's best if you don't go insulting gods, just in case.
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
She has a lot of anger in her. Alright. Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behavior.
Quack. Da, da, da. Please. Ta-da. No idea if it works. I think it does. Okay. I think my browser window just... Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back.
Whatever are you wearing?
Fucking okay. Ta-da.
Are they?
Heavy. Hi.
What were you two talking about?
What? Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. If he's making a last-ditch effort to pick up votes by talking to a woman, he's even more senile than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote.
What? I am a woman? I actually don't know. Okay. Thanks for the warm welcome. I'll be going now. I don't want to talk to this guy. Oh. X. Okay, I see.
Isn't
Fear
the
is
great
proof
temple
of a
majestic?
degenerate mind.
What? Huh? Okay.
What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
Fair enough. What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah. Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Yeah, don't worry. Ooh. So Aurelia claims to know a way out. Claims to know a way out. Well, that's dangerous. Okay. Come on now. Imprisoned. Died? Disappeared? Refused to work? Huh. Not to be trusted. Okay, thanks.
Of course.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Are you saying you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Well, that's a lot of good talk for nothing. Let's talk about something else. Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Okay. That'll be
All
good.
right.
And hello, who are you?
A new face, Arve.
Oh,
And
Equitia.
may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
What's your story?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Sorry, what should I have done?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in
No,
high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Well, I'm glad you understand. How did you end up here?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
A young woman named Karen dragged me out of a river, unconscious, and sent me in here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
I think I see where this is going.
You do? Well then, have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Alright, I'll do that.
Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking
Why is
them
the
where they were
music
from and how they
getting
wound up
louder?
here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the golden rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
Wow, that's interesting.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll see what I can do. I'm not gonna do that right now. What do you think about the golden rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
I do not have time, so no.
As you wish.
Okay, what's the status of the election?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business.
Okay.
It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Who's allowed to vote?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
The woman can't vote?
That's just the way it's always been, I'm afraid. It never sat right with me, either. There are some women who can vote, Vestal priestesses like myself, but in this case, given my role overseeing the election, I've decided to abstain. I can't allow the perception that I'm being anything but fair and independent, but if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Such as?
Using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
Alright. What's your role in the election?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Okay. Can I nominate another candidate?
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination.
Can we start the election now? No, I'm not gonna say that.
Certainly.
I've been asking people about how they wound up here. No, I didn't.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Alright, I'm gonna go kinda... Why are you grumbling at me?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
Oh. And how did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
That's not telling much. That is not telling much. Okay, why are you still wearing your legendary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
What are you dealing with then?
None of your business. In Troite ipsum commensula.
What? Okay.
If we have to.
Do you know way out of here?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
Maybe. What do you think about the golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Yeah, I would hate that too. I would hate that. Well, that's dating this game. Alright. I know the feeling. I've lived through a pandemic.
Then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Of course I am.
Who are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Well, I'll be going
Whatever.
now. Damn this guy. Oh my god. Stop looking at me and stop grumbling, come on. Alright. I feel like I stumbled on something. Hello?
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned.
Poisoned?
She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Oh, she just got bit by your snake. Wait. Did someone just release the snake into someone's house? I mean, to her house? And that doesn't count as murder because technically he's not the one who killed her? No.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
It's interesting, there's some words that are not translated, which might be a kind of clue. I can get right on it.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
I wanna help you. Ooh, medical tools. Collection of barbaric looking medical implements including forceps and shears. Ooh, mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the last 2 millennia. True, and I got one. Oof, oof. A large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things. Yeah, among
May
other
Apollo
things.
keep you safe.
Search? No items. Okay. Why am I able to search the body? Ooh, what's behind? What do you mean, why am I here? Ooh. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Durotas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching, and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the golden rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or a conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. Yeah. Yet the great threat, the sword of Damocles that we live under, is, I believe, merely a deception, and I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. Oh my god. He's going for a long rant, I see. We cannot assume the writers knew. Interesting. After years of living in fear, only one way is for action. One day you will see this moment as a turning point. Strike one of you with my fist. Huh. Don't fucking look at me. Well, I think he, oh my god, it's so fucking scary. Okay, what is in here? Ooh. Ooh, thank you. Money. Alright, I'll explore that way later, I think. No, I can't. Ooh. Loaf of bread. Circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. Ah. It appears to be freely... I will not take the item. I have no idea if it makes me break the golden rule or not. Also, I don't know if I'm affected by it. That's a good question. Ooh. The recipe for the bread. Alright.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
Let me see that. Oppius the thief stole my purse and I... Interesting.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Yeah, well, let's hear it.
Alright. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin. So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the card, didn't you?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl, if I still have my money. So I put my hand in the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
I think I see where this is going.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
I see. Sounds like you got what you deserved.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a very old treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Do you have a way out of here? No, I don't need to say that. What do you think about the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Alright. Hasn't the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I'll see what I can do, maybe.
Thank you, friend.
Don't call me friend. What are you going to vote for? Just for
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
I see. I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not going to happen.
Alright, I think there's something around the election.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
You're price gouging over life-saving medicine? What is wrong with you?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling alright? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
What happened to Navia?
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Sylphium or not?
Oh. Now that's... How would I come up with 1,000 denarii?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
5 years? I don't have that kind of money.
Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
I see. What do you mean steal? I'll be
Very
going.
well. Another time.
Am I not affected by the golden rule? Oh my god, it's getting late. It's actually getting late. Okay. You know what? What if I do that? What if I just take the bread? I might be slightly panicking. Secundus and Cythera were together until the end.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
I mean, there's nobody and he's really looking at me. Oh, no, he is looking. Where is he going?
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
What is that? Stop. Hi.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Uh-huh. What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
Don't you just love
It could mean that the Romans who first started building here were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Yeah. Let's
Of
talk about
course.
something else. Do you know way out
You
of here?
wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days.
Yeah, I guess.
You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a thing...
Better. Clearly, OBS hates this game. Clearly, OBS hate it. Alright, I think I'm back. So, what do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
What is the graffiti? Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Wow, I see.
And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years?
That's sad.
Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Yeah, let me look into it for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Yeah, I'll get right
Come
on
back
it.
and let me know what you find.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll ask this person first.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, I'm Georgius.
Georgius.
It grieves me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
I'm from beyond the edge of the known world.
Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Yeah, always information. What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why does this music reminds me of Stargate again? How did you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success.
Oh.
I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Huh.
Anything you like.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Fair enough. Who are you going to vote
That,
for?
my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
What? Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous though, Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Aha! I'll be going
I
now.
hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Oh my god, it is getting night soon, I think. Wait, where did he go? Well, I can get that. Yup.
The many shall suffer
for
the sins of the one.
Which one of you idiots did this?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that's... I did it. I did it. Oh well.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind?
Yeah, I'm right, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to take me to see Sentius, so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
And since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
A device? What is that? A zip line? Hey! Interesting, I'll take it.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
Now that would be
And if
very
it doesn't
useful.
work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Probably. Thanks.
Alright, see you around.
Now, can I use it here? Maybe not. Right, can I? Ooh.
Oh!
Ow! Can I sneak on people?
Don't you just love springtime?
Where is... Ooh, hello. Oh, there's something interesting in here. There's something interesting in here. Wait, if I break the golden rules, those statues move. So I might be able to go in here. Alright, I'm taking this. Taking note of this. Now I should... Yeah, I know you need my help. I should give you the thing.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned.
I have the cure.
The resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culas cobolates Decius won't give it to me.
I have it. Here, take it.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing, and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Yeah, I'm a time traveler.
A what? I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. I think it's your accent, because it sounded like you said time traveler. But whatever kind of traveler you are, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments.
Hell
and
yeah.
Maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
What's
I'm
your story?
Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
How did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked, and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Everyone is waking up from that fucking riverbank. I see. Fair enough. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Tell me more about Nevia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues. like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know.
Is it the
Lily
grumbling
won't
man?
Treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I'll see what I can do.
I suppose.
Can we talk about you?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it. Gladly.
Okay.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Oh, hi. Are you better?
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose.
You're
Was
welcome.
there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Can I ask what happened to you?
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please.
You mean
no
not
more
safe?
questions.
I want to know how someone poisoned you without breaking the golden rule.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler.
Is that who poisoned you?
Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help unless you tell me what happened.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
I have all the time.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did.
Why would he lend you so much money?
I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years.
30
But
years?
I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
What's hemlock?
It's a deadly poison made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Wow. Surely that would have broken the golden
That's
rule.
what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out.
God damn.
Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
I see.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid.
So, what will happen to you now?
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course.
That's... can I do anything to help?
I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
How much would it cost to buy your freedom?
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night.
Suicide pact?
He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
Huh. Perhaps I can help him too.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but... thank you.
Yeah, I could try it on this. Okay. He's probably already
keep you safe.
dead, but I'll go over there anyway. I'll talk with this one later. How can I get up there?
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel?
How can I get up there?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
Okay. That says here, how do we get up?
Temple majestic.
Oh my... oh wow. What happened here? Something is happening behind us. The assassin's bow. Okay. I guess someone is gonna die from a bow. That's how everyone dies. Why? Ooh. Wait, do I keep every denarius I take? I think I do. Oh, he is up there. That's a boulder.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I need to talk to Ulpius.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No! No!
Oh, no.
I can't move.
No.
I can't move.
No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
Like an animal.
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius.
Come on.
Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Well, where is my... Okay. Good luck with that, I'm out of here. No, alright, I'll talk to her.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
We're just going to, we're just going to ask you what's wrong.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Well...
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
Oh. Oh boy. Wait! That's water. He could have survived that.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted.
Guess not.
Deeply honored.
I guess not.
And now.
Okay.
And now I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now I make this.
Did you even sew?
Leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Yeah.
That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
You know anything about Sentia's disappearance?
Of course not. But as I always say, if Sentius can't protect his daughter, how can we trust him to protect this city?
What aren't you telling me?
Look, if you're trying to find her, you may wish to check the cisterns beneath this villa. Domitius says he saw a body there some weeks back. Of course, just to be clear, I take no responsibility for what happens to you down there.
What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How would you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
Well, the Golden Rule is definitely real.
Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Oh boy. I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the Golden Rule. Will it take to prove to you it's real? Alright, I will told about the book.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. It's broken each time. I mean, technically I only saw it once, but
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
What would it take to prove to you it's real?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
That's... yeah, I mean, that's true, but... Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish. True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
What do you... well,
I trust you could see
exactly.
yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Ooh, I can get his key. Hell yeah. Ooh. It's an interesting vase. Why am I examining a vase? Ooh, Julia. Suicide note. Already be dead. Oh, and here's the M-lock. Okay. Oh, maybe you can stop her from actually drinking it. Like if I come here soon enough. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Stove. An ink jar. What's up there? Ooh. Fancy. The Roman goddess of strategy. Alright, I think I can get through the door if I get the key. Where's the door?
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate.
Elected. Nope.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
Do you know anything about Sentilla's disappearance?
The dainty little thing from next door? Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
I think you're hiding something.
Well, I've had quite enough of this. Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Shit. Actually, can
Do
we
I
talk
need
again?
to call Domitius? Get out.
Alright, I'll get out. Well, I'll talk to you another day. I guess.
Still here?
Yeah, sure. Alright, I'm getting out. They really don't want me to stay here. So I'll go out. I'll keep the key though. Might be climbable. If only they could support my weight. Ah. Alright. At least I got the keys for that building now. I can enter whenever I want. Ooh, and what's this? So many ink jars. He watches through their eyes. Wait. Are the statues? I see. I mean, they are everywhere. I guess. A believer. I feel like you need somewhere to pray. Enter the caves behind the theater, then turn right at the first fork and the second. Okay. Ooh, if I steal. I mean, can the statue even see? And it, I fear it's gonna trigger anyway. And I need to talk to people.
A new face. Are they? And like...
Yeah. I've been asking people about how they wound up here, trying to find a pattern.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mention the river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
There was something about the coin, but I guess I didn't gather enough.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. Come back to me once you've acquainted.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Actually, yes. Yes, why?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. We used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
What did you do?
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
That was a great story, but I'm still going down there.
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Maybe. But your hand's stopping me. Alright, I still have my flashlight. Oh wow.
Kill me.
Interesting. What if I just run? Interesting. Okay.
Kill me.
Lunar pendant. Ooh, and coins. Freaking hell. It's just so scary out there looking at me. I should not go into the water. Ooh, what's this? A quiver? An animation human-like creature's patterned in gold. It appears to have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond. Ah. Okay. It's a lot of arrows. Nope. I can't go up there. I feel like there's something in the water. I guess not. I guess not. Oh. Take that! Yeah. I think there's still the other one, or was it the same? What, me?
Help me.
Alright, I'm okay. Gathered some information, I guess. Ooh. Oh god.
So you survived the system. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
Don't get cocky.
What now?
What's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Why you dressed like a gladiator?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Fair enough. What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough. And Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Yeah, sounds great. Can I help in some way?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Do you know anything about Sentilla's disappearance?
I don't abduct women. They come to me, and they keep coming back, if you know what I mean.
Wow. I think you're hiding something.
You don't know Sturkus.
I feel like Sturkus is shit in Latin. Anyway, or something similar. Or fuck. Something similar.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Yeah. Samic scrumming, different smell. Huh. Probably fair. Alright, what am I doing here? I have so many things. Figure out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. Ask Ulpius, yeah. Did I figure out the treatment? Oh yeah, the Virgil thing. I'm gonna do that. Again. Oh yeah, I haven't explored that way.
Help! You have to do something.
What?
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
What?
You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
Alright,
Thank you.
I'll get right to it.
He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Maybe we shouldn't meet in there.
We don't have time for this. I have to go.
No, I don't know why I said that. Oh. Is this where the murder is gonna happen?
It's collapsing.
Oh. Oh. That's not good. Beware, a shrine may collapse at any moment.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her. Oh Fabia, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
Ooh, a loaf of bread. Thank you. Anyway, wait. You know her.
I can't believe she is dead. Fabia, I mean. She walked into that empty shrine, and the next moment she is lying dead under a pile of rubble. The gods are cruel and unjust. She was like a daughter to me. I'm sorry, friend. It's not right for me to lay my burden upon you.
Alright. Now let's see what happens here. Nope. Oh.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't know, Quinctius.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
I swear I wasn't lying.
You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
Got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're just a small community of strangers who wound up here by accident.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait, what's a mystery cult?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
You've got the wrong idea, we're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not keeping it a secret, we're all trapped in here.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
It's not that we're not allowed to leave, we physically can't leave, there's no way out.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra, it's a warning.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now,
What the fuck is
tell
this
me,
guy?
Where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people who were turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice.
Oh
too.
my god.
You people disgust me.
We didn't turn them to gold. A god did it, and we don't know which one.
Of course you but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
What can you tell me about Quintius?
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burned half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
How do you know he set fire to Rome?
All I know, all I care about, is that the Emperor believes he is guilty and wants him dead. The details are not my concern. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
I have no idea who or where he is.
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words?
Jesus Christ, you're an idiot.
Aha, I knew it. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates.
Oh, don't worry, it will do this on itself.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh wait, I am still alive. Can I take the bow? I can't. I can move it. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. They are still shooting at me. Okay. Oh boy. Wah! Wait, can I get through that door I saw last time? Whoa! Hey, hello! I just need to take that. All right. Hi. Oh my god! I think she opened the door. Yep, they are. Yo! Hi. Oh wait, no, that's not where I wanted to be. Weehee! Oh boy. I almost died. Alright, I'm gonna save. There we go. And I think... Blah. That's enough for today. Well, that is an interesting game. Really. But I don't think I can really stream it. Because it's all about discovering everything. And if you want to know what's happening to the city, how you can save it, you can just play the game. Alright. Well, that's all for me for now. Tomorrow I'm gonna play Persona 5 Royal, and I guess I'll see you there. Bye!